All right, hello everyone. Here we are, hole 7 coming up. I'm trying to think, should we go driver here and try to do the same shot that we did last time, which is the bump? Or should we go for the rocket curl? It's a tough call, tough call. So mummy ball, Titan, Thor's hammer. You could probably get away with QB as well, with a higher power ball. What I'm going to try to do is, just so I can kind of crank my spin up just a little bit more to avoid the QB, I'm going to try to go a little bit more on the adjustment here. Now you should be able to do this rough bump. You can see how my opponent's setting up. You should be able to do this with a QB. Biggest thing is probably putting on a power 2 ball would be my recommendation. You are going to need to severely overplay it. I did touch on it on my other guide as to why. I would imagine, it's going to be probably at least 11 rings here. So let's see how that can't be enough. Just can't. So he's probably going to make the same mistake, which we saw, kind of mine just barely trickle through. It's going to be very similar for my opponent. You have to go at least 11 rings there minimum, maybe even more. And similar with my shot, it's going to require the same kind of overplay. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 12-ish rings. So let me take a look here. Thinking somewhere around here. It's a little bit extra on the backspin. As you can see, I can go a little bit more. And I'm thinking 13 rings for me, maybe. Somewhere in the neighborhood of that. Let's just see what that does. I'll try right on 13 here. Keep in mind that this accuracy is more like 1.2 per ring. It's not even 1.0, so that's how much I'm actually overplaying this. 13 was actually a little bit too much, but look at that. Sure enough, I got it. So that just goes to show you kind of that shot and show you that it is going to be something that can be made. So hopefully you're able to get that one and follow that guide or similar. Keep in mind 13 was probably just a little bit heavy on the ring play. I probably wanted to go about 12.5 and maybe just make a minor tweak on my ball guide, because you can see I barely clipped that rough there. So it was a little bit of an overplay. But 12.5, what does that say about that adjustment? That's, plus 20%, plus an extra at least 10%, because, it's about 1.15. So, I'm going somewhere in the neighborhood of max plus 35%. It has to do because you're moving the target to lower ground. So half of it's that. The other half of it, you're going straight into a headwind, which means it needs to have that percentage added wind. So using the notebook tool, for example, factors in that. And other apps just don't factor in that same overplay for going straight into the headwind. But that's the type of thing that you'll want to consider. Good luck there, and I'll catch you on the next